So to make the perfect crispy medu vada, we require urad dal 1 cup. We have to soak the urad dal in water with about 1/8 cup of rice. So soak it overnight or for 4 to 5 hours. It must break like this. Drain the water and use it. Ginger, black pepper powder, green chilies, salt and oil. So first in a mixer grinder, I will take the urad dal, soaked urad dal, and then add green chilies to it as per taste, ginger and black pepper. Add some salt. Add some water if required. We want a thick consistency like this. Then I will apply some water to the palms and then start making the vadas. Take the batter on the palms like this and give it a shape of the vada. And then put them into the hot oil. Not too hot, the oil must be medium hot. So perfectly shaped medu vadas. And then deep fry them till they become nice golden brown in color from the outside and are cooked from the inside. I will now fry the next batch. Perfect, and this is how our crispy medu vadas are ready. For that we require 1 cup of rice, 1/4 cup of urad dal, 1/8 cup of tur dal and methi or fenugreek seeds 1 teaspoon. So first in a bowl I will take the urad dal and take the rice in another bowl. It's important to soak the rice and the urad dal separately. So wash the urad dal properly, drain the water and then add the fresh water to it, which is at the room temperature. Make sure the dal is soaked into the water properly. It's very important. Wash the rice thoroughly and drain the water. Wash the tur dal as well and then add it to the rice. I have washed the methi or the fenugreek seeds and I will add it to the rice and the tur dal. Now add fresh water to this, which is at the room temperature. Make sure it's soaked properly. It is very important that it's soaked properly, very important. Cover it with the lid and let it rest for 8 to 10 hours. After 8 to 10 hours, you'll see the dal is soaked properly into the water. Drain the water and then transfer this into a mixer jar. So for half cup of the rice mixture, I am going to add about 2 tablespoons of urad dal and blend it that way. Half cup of the rice, tur dal and fenugreek seeds and about 2 tablespoons of urad dal. Add some water and blend it until it's nice, smooth and fine. It must be pouring consistency, very important. Once it's done, transfer it into another container. Cover it with mixture is ready and our dosa batter is ready. Mix it properly. We require peeled boiled chopped potatoes, sliced onions, boiled green peas, dried red chilies, turmeric powder, mustard seeds, curry leaves, cumin seeds, asafoetida, urad dal, salt and oil for our masala. So in a pan, I'll take oil, about 1 tablespoon of oil. Once it's nice and hot, to this I will add mustard seeds. So about 1 to 1.5 teaspoon of mustard seeds and add about 1 teaspoon of cumin seeds. Let them splatter on high flame. Be very careful. And then add the asafoetida to it. Again 1 to 1.5 teaspoon. Then add the curry leaves, about 12 to 15 curry leaves. Then add the urad dal. I'm using about 1 tablespoon of urad dal. Cook on medium flame. Make sure the dal does not burn, but it must become light golden brown in color. Then add the sliced onions. I'm using 1 medium-sized onion or about half cup of sliced onion. Mix it well and let it become translucent. So keep stirring. Then add the dried red chilies to it. About 5 to 6. I've halved them. You may use whole and mix it well. Cook for about 3 minutes and then add about half to 3/4 teaspoon of turmeric powder. Then add the boiled green peas and mix well. About 1 tablespoon. And I'm going to mash, but a little mashing is necessary. And then add the boiled, peeled and chopped potatoes. Roughly chopped, and mix it well. On high flame. Then add salt, very important. And combine everything well. Now I'm going to mash it a little. Make sure the potatoes do not become creamy. We want some bite into the potatoes. Perfect. It's done. So our masala is ready. We require the dosa batter and the masala. We require salt and oil. So first, into the homemade dosa batter, I will add some salt as per taste and then mix it nicely. Combine well. Take a pan. Once it's nice and hot, I'll sprinkle some water onto it. Then clean the surface with the help of the onion. I have halved the onion. And then ladle the dosa batter. Spread it evenly. Wow! Perfect. On high flame, I'll add oil. Let it cook. Once it's big, it will onto it. Be generous. Perfect. Spread it properly. And then cover it with the dosa. Perfect. I'll make another dosa the same way. Sprinkle some water onto the pan and clean it with the help of the onion. So we get the perfect temperature to make a perfect dosa. Spread the dosa batter evenly onto the pan on medium flame. Perfect. Then add some oil onto it and let it cook on high flame. Once it's nice golden brown in color, I will add the potato vegetable to it. Done. And then cover this. Perfect. And our lovely, yummy South Indian breakfast recipe of masala dosa is ready. For that we require basmati rice, cooked, grated coconut, peeled and grated raw mango, curry leaves, roasted peanuts or groundnuts, chana dal, urad dal, mustard seeds, asafoetida, turmeric, dried red chilies, oil, salt and coriander leaves. In a pan, I'll heat some oil and then add mustard seeds to it. Let them splatter. Then I will add asafoetida, curry leaves and mix it well. Then I'll add urad dal and mix it. On low flame, I'll add the dried red chilies and chana dal. This is soaked chana dal. Mix it well and add turmeric. Mix again. I'll add the peanuts. Now in another bowl, I'll take the cooked rice, long grain rice this is. I'll add coconut to it, freshly grated coconut and raw mango, peeled and grated. Mix everything well. And now I'll add this to the tempering in the pan and mix it well. I'll add salt as per taste. Mix everything well, let it combine nicely. I'll add the coriander leaves. Mix well. So this is how our chitrannam is ready.
For the idli batter, we require rice and urad dal. The ratio is 2:1. That is 1 cup of rice and half cup of urad dal. We are going to soak in water separately and for overnight or 8 to 10 hours. And then later on we are going to grind it separately again in a smooth batter and fine paste actually. And then we are going to make our idlis. After combining both the pastes, grinding them together, this is how our idli batter looks. It's ready. Now I'm going to add my baking soda and salt as per taste. And then I'm going to grease my idli maker, the idli stand actually, and heat water in the idli maker. Let the water come to boil. Then I'm going to add the batter and then steam it for 15 minutes. So put your idli batter into the idli stand and then steam it for the next 15 minutes. Yes. So the idlis are now ready, as you can see. They are piping hot. I'm going to remove them after 5 minutes and they are ready. So this is how they come out very easily. For the sambar, we require brinjals or the eggplant. I'm cutting them into quarters. I'm going to put them into water so that they do not oxidize. Then I'm going to chop my onions into small pieces, not too fine. As you can see, I'm also going to chop my tomatoes into small pieces again. And I have put them here like this. The other ingredients are mainly the tur dal, cooked one, thoroughly cooked. Then we require chopped onions, chopped tomatoes, then brinjals, drumsticks cooked in water and salt, then water, red chilies, curry leaves, coriander, turmeric, asafoetida, mustard seeds, sambar masala, red chili powder and salt as per taste, and oil. So I'm going to heat oil in a kadhai and then I'm going to add my mustard seeds, asafoetida, turmeric, curry leaves and red chilies. Mix them a bit and then add my onions. Let them cook. Then I will add my brinjals, the eggplants, and then tomatoes. Mix them and add salt as per taste and mix it well. Then I'm going to add my cooked dal and then add water to make it a little runny. Now it has come to a boil. I will add my drumstick water also. Then add my red chili powder, sambar masala and mix it well. It's boiling now, so I will add my drumsticks and then mix well. Add the coriander also. Our sambar is ready. We will now switch off the flame. You may add lemon juice if you feel that it is not sour enough to taste after switching off the flame once your sambar is ready. So this is how I have served my idli and sambar.